What's up, y'all? So look, you don't have to believe in tarot. Do not exclude yourself from the message because this shit can actually happen. Y'all, this will be my last reading of the day. It's starting to get dark outside, and I'm going to be using my Monday tarot because it's Monday. I'm also going to be using my Romance Angel Oracle as well as my Kipper. But all of the information will be in the description box, so you can look there. The inside of this box, I just wanted to show y'all, trust your intuition. So if your intuition, not your mind, not your heart, not your private area, your intuition, that's your gut. When it sounds, listen. When you feel, listen. Okay? This is going to be a love message. Maybe not the whole thing, but this in particular. I don't know if I said it or not. You don't got to believe in tarot. Don't exclude yourself in the message because this can actually happen. And this shit do be happening. All right, let's see. Healing family issues. So somebody could be experiencing issues with their family, whether immediate, long distance. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So somebody here may have gone through a series of negative events with their parents, and it may make it difficult for them to be in romantic relationships with people just based off of what they may have experienced with their parents. I see two parents talking to a child, or vice versa, a child talking to two parents. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Yeah, so I feel like someone's family could come from a particular or a unique background. If it's not necessarily a unique background, this could be a family that prayed a lot, sat at the table and ate. This could be someone whose family went to church every Sunday, or was a part of like a religious group, maybe the Catholic Church, or maybe the Muslim community, Amish community. Like somebody, this is a religious background. Someone's family could have been Buddhist. And I feel like a certain or a particular person, you or who you're dealing with, may have been involved in, their family may have been involved in something that maybe you weren't necessarily introduced to. Maybe you knew about it. Like I was never a part of the Muslim community, but I have an uncle who is Muslim. You know what I'm saying? My stepdad was Catholic. You know what I'm saying? And I don't practice any religion, but I didn't mind learning about it. So this could be somebody who, like I said, their family raised them a particular type of way. Heart-to-heart conversation. So I feel like this aspect of the relationship may have caused some type of problem or issue between you and someone else. And I feel like somebody wants to talk about it. Somebody might say, my family raised me like this. They raised me in a church, or they raised me to, be a particular type of way. And because of that, it's hard for me to deal with somebody who's not like that because I'm not used to that. It's almost kind of like, I'm not really sure how good of an example this is, but it's just kind of like if you had a father who was a doctor, a mother who was a dentist. It's like, we don't want you to deal with someone who's a mechanic. You know what I'm saying? Not that there's anything wrong with a mechanic, but it's just mechanic and doctor. They're two totally different lifestyles, two totally different types of people, two totally different backgrounds. So this could be a family who says, well, you come from a family of doctors, you need to marry a doctor. Or you come from a family of lawyers, you need to be a lawyer. or you come from, a family of politicians, so you need to marry a politician. You know what I'm saying? Or something along those lines. Or you need to stay within your race. Don't branch out. Like we told you to stay within your race, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So it's only a matter of time. I feel like also a lot of times people are kind of afraid to do what they like. I am a part of the LGBT community because I like women. So I know other women who deal with men because their families would look down on them because they dealt with men, because they dealt with other women. So you have some women that really, really like other women and want to be with other women, as with men. You got some men who really like other men and want to deal with other men, but they know if my family found out that I was like this, they probably cut me off or they wouldn't talk to me, or something along those lines. So I feel like somebody here is trying to wait for the right, either the right opportunity or the right time. But I feel like somebody also may not have found who they're looking for. And I feel like somebody doesn't really want to, somebody doesn't want to settle with the wrong person. Someone doesn't want to settle with the wrong person. They rather settle with the right one. And this is deeply because of their religion or their religious views. Message of concern. Yeah, so I feel like either the child is giving a message of concern to the parents or the parents is doing this to the child. Y'all, hold on one second. All right, excuse me, y'all. Yeah, so somebody here is getting a message that might shock you or might shake you, or I feel like this message may catch you off guard. So either your parents are going to tell you this information or you're going to tell this to your parents. I feel like somebody may be coming out. Somebody may be coming out of the closet, is what I'm getting. Like somebody may write a letter or email or something on paper, or it could be a text message. I feel like somebody is telling their parents something. Like, oh, hold on one second, y'all. Excuse me, y'all. Had to take a phone call. Yeah, so I feel like somebody may want to come out. Somebody could also be in despair. I feel like somebody's religion could be ruining them, or somebody's religion could be holding them back. Somebody's religion, excuse me, can make them feel lonely. Somebody may also be right. Like I said, somebody may be ashamed. Somebody may be ashamed because in my religion, we're not supposed to do this. In the religion that I was grown in, we're not, I feel like somebody is ashamed to come out of the closet. Yeah, look, Sutton Wealth. I feel like after you have this conversation, you're gonna feel a lot wealthier. Now, sudden wealth may not necessarily be money. It could be, but I feel like somebody may get a sudden wealth in the form of happiness or relief. It's kind of like, when a machine let out all the coins, it's kind of like a woo. It's a relief because when you're putting the coins in and you're pulling the little handle, you're stressed, you're holding your breath, you're clenching your teeth, and then when it hit and that money come out, or even when it hit, even if nothing comes out, it's still like a sense of release or a sense of relief. So I feel like as soon as you have this heart to heart and you let it out, then you'll have this release. Yeah, I feel like somebody is waiting for the right time to say this or tell this. I feel like somebody wants to come out of the closet and they just can't. Trust me when I tell you, coming out feels so much better. Because you see everybody else that's living in their truth, everybody else that come out and don't give a fuck. You done came out to the community and you're like, I'm finally out, and we're looking like, okay, so we all been out. What you talking about? Kind of thing. So it's like, it might feel awkward or weird to you because, again, your religion keeps you from coming out the closet. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, just getting calls all over the place. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. I was gonna pull 4 cards, but these 3 fell out, and we just gonna grab one more. And let's see. I don't know which one fell out first, but we'll do this. The Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so unenthusiastic. Somebody is just not really enthused about this message. Either they're not enthused about writing it, or whoever they're sending it to isn't enthused about reading it. But I feel like the person that's reading it isn't going to know until they actually open it up and reading it. So until they open it up and read it. So this individual, I feel like, is not really excited to tell anybody. It's kind of like it's more of an anxiety buildup to tell somebody, because it's like, I came out the closet. Kind of thing, okay? We got the Fool in reverse. Yeah, I feel like somebody is going to feel like it was so dumb of me to do that. Like somebody feels like they took the wrong risk. And maybe I feel like because they came out, they didn't get the response they wanted. So somebody may have wanted to get a response of, oh my God, I'm so happy for you, but they didn't get that. You know why? Because they're in despair. So it's like, after I done made the decision to tell you, I should have just kept the shit to myself. Somebody feels like they should have just kept it to themselves, but they didn't. So the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody wants to get back what they feel like they lost. So somebody may feel a sense of disparity. Somebody wants to gain their confidence back. Somebody wants to gain, their non-fear-like ways. They want to gain their confidence, their self-esteem. They want to gain that back. They want it back because they feel like they lost it. So it's like, you know what? I need to regain my strength. I need to regain my strength. I need to regain my power. Like, I need to get my strength back. I need to get my power back. Yeah. With the Magician, I need to rebuild myself. I need to reinvent myself. I need to make a strong comeback. And I feel like somebody needs confidence in this because they feel like they may get some backlash from whatever this is, but somebody is going to make it work. Somebody's going to make it work. And I feel like somebody is going to put this, they're going to send this message in a way where it don't damage them too much. They're going to word it in a way where it don't damage them too much, if that makes any sense. Now, I'm just going to quickly pick 4 of the Flicking on My Meme Oracle cards. Y'all, so excited about my little deck. This is one of the first little decks that I made. And when I made it, I didn't think the cards were this little, but they were. So yeah, let's go ahead and pick 4. Just some bonus messages. Somebody could be look, the lock community. Somebody could have long hair. But again, this says dreadlock community badge. So yeah, somebody could be a part of a community. This, in my case, this picture is me with my locks. But this is a community. The lock community. excuse me, everybody is not a part of the lock community. So if you don't have locks, then you're not a part of the lock community. You're only a part of the lock community when you have locks. So again, I'm telling you, this is somebody who is afraid to come out of the closet. They're afraid to get this message. They're afraid to send a message. Somebody is afraid to come out of the closet. Yeah, for the fear of being viewed funny or laughed at. You know, somebody only wants to be themselves and they don't feel like they can be themselves if they're a part of this community. So it's leaving them in despair because they're afraid of how they're going to be viewed. We got two. Yeah, they say take your emotions out of it. I say take your flesh out of it. If you don't, you better get spiritual. Yeah, take your emotions out of it. Be how you anyway. Yeah, take your emotions out of it. And when the drink's so good, you put your middle finger up. Yeah, I feel like somebody is going to have to find a way to bring their confidence back because I feel like somebody feels like this is wrong, but they still want to do it because that's just how the fuck they feel. And you know what? To anybody who don't like how people are, it's a lot of people I don't like how they are, but you got to let people be people. And if people are tormenting you because of whatever community you're in, this is for you. If you don't, you better.